Father, what's the perspective of the church regarding those Catholics who are divorced but haven't married? Paano po yung
Okay. Sa divorce, you have always to think of both parties, no? Kasi if they are Catholics, especially do sa mga kinasal sa mga countries abroad where they have a divorce, you have to take note always that both parties, if they are baptized, then you have to pastorally take good care of them, no? So, kahit na sino ang may kasalanan sa kanila, both of them are children of God, both of them are children of the church. So the church takes care of them. So from the pastoral point of view, the church always welcomes you. Yan yung tinatawag natin na synodality. We are open, no? And no questions asked. But again, as I said, because of your objective situation, when we say objective situation, yung situation na na-prove, nakikita, no? In that case, nakikita na nag-divorce na kayo kasi may public document, no? So, for example, again, some rights and obligations are suspended, no? Ano yung suspended yan? Gaya na sinabi ko, pwede silang mag-separate, no? In the church, walang divorce. So what the church encourages them is treat each other as husband and wife, but you separate, no? But if they attempt to remarry, ibang sitwasyon na naman yan, no? If they remarry and their marriage in the church was not annulled, then that is going against church teaching, and that is a sinful situation, and it is an objective situation. So they are barred from receiving Holy Communion, no? They are barred from receiving Holy Communion. So, limited. So yung innocent party na hindi naman nagre-marry, yung party na hindi nagpakasal uli, they can receive communion. Yeah. So ang hindi pwede mag-receive communion ay yung nasa objective situation of sin of attempting marriage while your marriage is valid in church. So, wala namang kasalanan. For example, ngayon si Juana, hindi naman siya nagpakasal sa iba, kundi she respects na yung kasal niya, acknowledges that her marriage is still valid as a sacrament. Although separated na sila, nag-divorce na sila civilly, and now Juana wants to become a lector in the church. Can you accept her? Yes. No problem with that. No? Wala namang kasalanan si Juana eh. Siguro si Juan kasi nag-remarry siya, hindi siya pwedeng mag-apply na Eucharistic minister, na extraordinary minister of Holy Communion. Bakit? It goes against the teaching, he goes against the teachings of the church, and at the same time, you go against the doctrine of the Eucharist na distribute mo. The Eucharist is the bond of love between God and His people, a sign of faithfulness. Diba? It's a sacrifice of Jesus dying for on the cross for our sins, and now mag-a-apply ka ngayon na Eucharistic minister. That cannot be, no? Kasi you are in an objective situation of sin, and therefore what can you do? Just be humble, attend mass, although you cannot receive Holy Communion, but hindi naman na-suspend yung identity mo buong buo as a Christian. You can just go to mass. Kaya nga doon sa ibang bansa, makikita mo yung mga divorcee na remarried, when they go to mass, pag communion time, tumatayo sila, but nilalagay nila yung kamay nila nakaganyan, no? And then that's a sign na they are not supposed to receive Holy Communion, but they just ask for the blessing, no? So, in that case, again, some rights and obligations are suspended, but the identity, the being as a Christian, is not. So you still have the obligation to go to church. You still have the obligation to live as a Christian, although you are in an objective situation that is sinful.